Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader for those of you that are new. I'm here this evening to do the general monthly reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2017. So let's get right into it, shall we? We want messages for the sign of Sagittarius for March 2017. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Master of the universe, master of the natural order, and spirit guides. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. For those of you that are new to YouTube community, the tarot community on YouTube, these are general readings. They're all free. And when I say general, it's because there's probably thousands of Sagittarius signs, people, that are going to be viewing this video. So there's no way it's going to resonate with everybody or mean, anything to anybody. Some will walk away with bits and pieces. Some will walk away with all of it. But if you want a reading that is specific just for you, personal and private, you would require a private reading. I do offer that service. It's found down below the description box in the more area. Also, those of you that may be new to YouTube in general, the little red subscribe button beneath this window. If you click on it, you'll be notified anytime Bay of Fundy Fortunes posts anything new. And usually through your email notifications. So, subscriptions are free. You can leave anytime you like. You can find Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Blogspot, on Google, Twitter, and under Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook. You're more than welcome to join us there. Sometimes we do a few little extra things. We were playing with the pendulum last week, and I did a live connection on the group, and we played around with pendulum. Matter of fact, I am burning, forgot to mention it in the last video, the owners and creators of intuitivecandles.com stopped by my home, dropped me off a brand new candle. This one is called Fundy Breeze, and the beautiful thing about these candles is they're soy based, so they're not going to harm your health in any way. Also, at the bottom of the candle, as the wax melts down, there's a gift that's hidden there, wrapped in tin foil, and they're beautiful. They're not cheap or anything. They're gorgeous. I've already gone through two. This was my first reveal, and it's an aventurine stone. It's good for the intuition, clairvoyance, the third eye especially geared towards that, and an arm-long list of many good things about it. The second one I received is gorgeous. It's my rose quartz, and I love it. This is my pendulum, and it's also good for grieving hearts as well, or trauma, somebody that's been through a difficult time. So we have spirit guides, master of the universe, master of the natural order. Please bring forth any messages you have for the sign of Sagittarius. This is going to be it right here. You feel it. All right. Get my glasses. Maybe push you guys back just a little bit if you don't mind. Thank you. There we go. All right. First card Tarot's brought forward for your attention is the Five of Swords. It's about conflict. Second card, your wealth and finances. Two of Pentacles. It's about options. It's good to have options. You're very, very lucky if you have options. Third card, your hearth, your home, the people, and the love in your life. Eight of Wands, it's about travel. Fourth card are your challenges for the month of March. Sagittarius, Page of Wands, about creativity. Your fifth and final card, your message from Spirit in this spread. Lovely. Right on. Nine of Cups, about wishes. How wonderful is that? When I've exhausted the messages from these cards, I'll pull one card as a significator from the deck of tarot. That will either re-emphasize something that's shown up in your 5-card spread, or it'll bring something to the forefront to be spotlighted all on its own. So the very first card, the Five of Swords, is about conflict. So when this card shows up, it usually means that arguments are are coming to the forefront. And you may have had an argument with somebody, and the argument has left you feeling a little on the small side, because I just had this for Scorpio, and I'm getting the same. I'm hearing the same thing. You feel small after this argument because you lost some self-control. And normally Sagittarius are very calm, very level, very easygoing. They can almost have unreadable faces at times. You really can't tell what's going on behind. But you lashed out with somebody, and the person that you lashed out at, they flinched. They were like, whoa, they didn't see it coming. They weren't expecting it. You're feeling small because of that. You felt like maybe you overreacted a little too much. You went over the top. And maybe that you just shouldn't have gone that far. But something snapped inside you, and you lost self-control. We're all human. It's not that big of a deal. But the thing is, you had the right to snap. Something caught you off guard. You found out that somebody had gone behind your back. So the trust is now gone. It's somebody that you thought that you had a good relationship with. It could be a work relationship, a partnership, a romantic relationship, a friendship. It could be a relationship with, somebody in your family, a brother or sister, something along those lines, that they went behind your back, and they were using cutting words when they were talking about you to somebody else. They stabbed you in the back. They tried to discredit you. And you thought you had a really good relationship. That's why you kind of, boom, because it hurt. It cut you inside to find this out. They were very, very devious. All over a feeling of power, something to do with power, some jealousy. Some of you may have your relationships ruined as a ricochet off of that. It went beyond you, and it went into your relationship, your personal relationship. They've done some damage, and you snapped. But there's something inside you that doesn't sit well because you lost self-control. It made you feel really small. It's just that simple. There's some family troubles as well. There's a little bit of discord in the family. Somebody's opposing you, ignoring your point of views are being ignored within the family structure as well. The advice is to make sure and stand your ground at this time, though, Sagittarius. And it's better to stand there rather than turn and retreat. You need to stick up for yourself. Keywords are opposition, moving on, looking for a safe haven, finding peace, resolution. Peace and resolution is your overall energy. Your second card in your wealth and finances is the Two of Pentacles, and this is about options. And I felt it right off when I picked it up that you have some options available to you. And it's up to you to reach out and take advantage of those options. Keywords are choices and property, finances, balance, judgment, contracts, and details. Always check out the details. I just got this urge, that I just felt this, that somebody's going to see an option. They're going to get so excited, they're going to be blinded by it. Blinded silly. Your intellect's not going to come into play. Your better judgment's not going to come into play. And you can end up with the shitty end of the stick, to be quite blunt about it. Oh, you'll get there. And some of what you were told and laid on you was true. But the meat of the matter, the heartbeat of the situation, the one thing that you hoped for is a very dim light. It wasn't what you thought it was going to be. You've got to be very, very careful, Sagittarius. Something sounds too good to be true at this time. It is. It really is. It's in part true, but the important parts hold no substance at all, and you're very disappointed and very downtrodden. Be very, very careful. Check the details out on anything that's coming your way right now. Don't sign any papers either. If you're signing like a lease somewhere to rent an apartment or a building, something, or a home along those lines, you make sure you check out the details. You tell the owner, the landlord, whoever, that you're working in partnership with, where there's money being exchanged and time limits and restraints are put in place and rules and regulations. You need a day or an afternoon to go through the paperwork to make sure that it's a right fit for you. Now, that's only fair. If they squabble about it, walk away. You don't want to deal with somebody like that again down the road. And if you sign your John Henry to those papers, it could be for 2 years, and you got to deal with this person. You don't want to do that. Move on. There's something that's a better fit for you. The advice of this card: pay attention to all the details of any financial agreements or any offers. This is your financial sector. Be very, very careful. Look for long-term benefit rather than short-term gain. I use this example a few times in the past week. If somebody came, if I was flat out broke and I had no food, I'm down to the, crumbs in my cupboard, I'm out of food, and I've got another 2 or 3 weeks to go before I get any money. And somebody comes to me and says, Natalie, I can give you $1,000 right now, but dear, if you want to wait another 3 months, I can give you 10,000 if you want to wait. It's your choice. Instant gratification, fix your problems today, but you can wait and do something with the larger amount of money down the road. I'm sorry, but I'd starve. I would. I wouldn't jump on it, and you shouldn't either. You really, really shouldn't. You'll get through. You always got through before. Why cash in now when there's a promise of more down the road? Look at the bigger picture, because that's what's going to carry you through, especially over I just heard a year and a half. A year and a half. If you wait and look at the bigger picture, and it comes to you, when it comes to you, it's going to carry you through the next year and a half. The 2 shows a decision is underway as well. You're going to be mulling out your options on the outcome, and this has to do with a job or travel for study. Some of you could be studying to go abroad, to go away. Maybe you're going to Paris and you're going to attend, art school and study under some of the greats and be exposed to their work, and the work of all the greats, Picasso and Leonardo, and all those good artists. What an opportunity. Some of you are having a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to travel abroad or to travel somewhere else. And it's really going to help shape your life at this time. May not stay this way forever. It's certainly going to shape you in and about this time. Some of you are looking at the potentially buying a new home for yourselves, and that's exciting. You've almost gone from pauper overnight to somebody that's in a position to look at a new home and mull over the possibilities of actually buying your own. Some of you have had a big turnover, boom, like so. Really, you were struggling up until a short time ago, and you've had this big turnaround. I can't tell what it is, but there's a big turnaround. And you're like, wow, 2 months ago, I never even thought about buying my own home. That was the furthest thing from my mind. I was just trying to keep the roof over my head. Month to month, I was trying to get by, not starve, be able to make, my utility payments and keep things on board. And I worked really, really hard, and there's been a big turnaround. Something inside you has changed. That had a lot to do with it as well, Sagittarius. Something inside of you has changed. Some of you are growing up and maturing and going, okay, I get it now. I've been dragging my ass long enough, leaning on everybody else. Some of you have. And something inside you has changed. So there's a knowing, and you're like, okay, I get it. I get it, how I have to work hard, and everybody around me works just as hard. And you're feeling rather small about that too, because there were times you could have really maybe tried a little harder for yourself, but you knew you had the fallback. There was somebody you could fall back on, family, friends, just people around you knew would catch you if you fell. And now you're going, I feel really embarrassed because now I get it. Now I get it. And I'm going to work as hard as everybody else around me and show them that I can do this. I'm going to prove them all wrong because everybody thinks I'm a big suck out. No, that's just for some of you. This is, I'm going to see the thumbs go down on this. Go right ahead. This is the reality. You're not, I'm a Cancer. All Cancers are wonderful people. It's for every sign. You're going to get a little bit of everything with everybody. It's a general reading. Remember that. The potential here for a new home. This is just great. Personal finances, if you're not really, really careful, you've got to watch out they don't get drained. That's for the rest of you, and there's more of you out there. So for the rest of you, this is what you're looking at. You got to be very, very careful. Your finances become drained. If you get so much of an inkling in your gut, and your gut's telling you, I better try to get some extra money together. In the opportunity where you can make cash in hand every day, then you better work a little bit harder to stay ahead of the game. And you know what? If nothing falls through, nothing falls apart, then you're ahead of the game. Now you've got a little bit of money stashed to the side. And that's a great thing for the rainy day that does come along, because we all have them. Absolutely. You may have to struggle for some of you to make the books balance. All right. Third card, in your heart, your home, the people and love in your life. The Eight of Wands is all about travel again. Let me see here. Getting dry. Okay. Your keywords here are communication, speed, news, motivation, action, excitement, and movement. This is a really, really good card. The advice is to breathe before saying yes to all offers and choose carefully. If you choose carefully, it saves time and it saves money. What I felt, though, I had this earlier too, again, that somebody has to leave home. Somebody's leaving, and the rest of the family is very saddened by it. They don't want to see you go. You couldn't be more excited to go. You've been working on something and wishing for something and wanting something for a long time. Come hell or high water, nothing is going to stop you. You feel you're going to miss your family, and you're very sorry about it, and they're encouraging you to follow through with your dreams. But inside there's an overwhelming sadness because you're close to them. You love each other very, very much, but they wish you the best, but their hearts are breaking at the same time. Communications are flowing really, really well. Everybody knows where they stand. Everybody knows what to expect at this time. Things are going to start happening really fast. Now that the box has been opened and all the good stuff's coming out, it's happening really, really fast, which is bringing some news to you as well, which is helping this snowball along. And this is something that just seems to be going under its own steam. It's meant to be, and you know it. You can feel it because you're watching it all unfold. So you're getting some news, and the news is going to give you the real motivation to really pick up and to get everything together in time. You almost feel like you're under the gun. You've got so much time to pull it all together so you can get on that plane or that boat and go where you need to go, where you're being called to go. And you're very, very excited. This is a great thing. It's just it's bittersweet because of the family that you're leaving behind. The advice of this card, again, is to say, take a deep breath before saying yes to all offers. You've got to be smart. As the other card showed, you need to look at the details behind anything that's being laid at your feet right now. And you need to be very, very careful. Remain grounded. Use your intellect. Don't just go by the seat of your pants. I wouldn't suggest that right now. You need to use your intellect. You're responsible for yourself and every action that you take. You can't lay back and blame it on somebody else down the road if things don't work out. Where this is for you and only you. You feeling spurred into action. There's excitement. The excitement causes movement, and away you go. But be very careful. Make sure you look at the details of everything before you sign your John Henry on anything or you agree to do anything. And choose carefully. It saves time and money. That could fall into many areas of your life. If you're flying away, you want the best deal on the flight. You don't want to be splurging your money and get to where you're going and not have 2 cents in your pocket because it took everything to get there. You've got to think ahead. Where am I going to stay? I need enough money for a place to stay. And even if you already have that and you're welcomed into somebody else's abode to do that, you still have to have your own pocket money. You need to feed yourself. You need to offer money where you're staying. You need to get around. You'll need to invest to get this off the ground. This is exciting. Real exciting card here. It's just strongly bittersweet. I'm feeling the sadness, the overwhelming sadness, that it has to be this way. Fourth card in your challenges for March is Page 1. It's all about creativity. Pages bring messages, as most of you know. I'm going to get my card out on this, though, or my book. I keep calling my book my card. My book out on my card. Yes, right there. A little itch on my leg here. So the page is, the meaning behind this page, Page 1 is all about creativity. And the page is charming and chatty, and he brings great news about creative projects, travel plans, and new work. So that's what's going on with you there. Within the family sector, there is new work, and there's travel associated with that, and you're very excited. In relationships, he or she reveals a fun flirtation. An additional meaning of the card is the influence of a creative person, a writer, an actor, an artist, dancer, or a musician, or that you are discovering your creative potential. You are getting teased. This is for a male. The male's getting teased about all the pretty girls that are going to be there that he's going to have to work around when he gets there. I don't know what that is. I'd love to see a comment left on that. But this appeals to somebody. But they are getting teased in a flirtatious way about the girls that they're going to be working around. The advice of this card: now is the time to express yourself in words and pictures and dance and music. This sounds like so much fun. Or through any other creative pursuit that you will enjoy. Your keywords are messages, travel news, communication, new work, expression, transition, entertainment. Huge, 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 huge change in your life. Absolutely massively huge for some of you. Some of you, general reading. Next card we pulled is the Nine of Cups. It's the wish card. It usually wishes of the heart because it's an emotion. The cups are all about emotions and love. Now, the wish card benefits from love. It always benefits from love. Friendship, support on projects as well, harmony at home. All aspects of your life are going to be filled with contentment. Contentment's such a beautiful, it looks so plain and mundane when it's written down, but what it means is the ultimate. Anybody that feels contentment, you've got it all. The only way you can be content is if you've got it all. Whatever your all is that you require in your life. And it's great. Some of you have been on a roller coaster and you've been scared poopless, you might say. And all of a sudden you've slid in and you've leveled off. And you're feeling content because you know in your heart, your soul, your gut that it's all coming together for you. You had a close call financially, a close call within your life, close call to maybe being on the street. And you were saved at the last minute. Something has saved you. Or you found a way to save yourself is more like it. And there's a feeling of contentment. Like you have finally found your footing. As I said a little earlier, a maturity, awakening, a knowing. This is how it works. This is how it works in life. Okay, I get it now. And there's a sense of contentment because you're going to take the best care of you more than anybody ever could. Nobody can take care of you the way you can take care of you. All right? And you know you can count on you. And you will count on you, and you won't let yourself down. You won't hurt yourself that way. There's your knowing, and you're realizing that. It's a realization. Don't become smug, though. Some of you, the card is warning, could get a little bit of an ego. Some of you be going and saying and feeling, you know what? I got here all on my own. I didn't have the help of none of you people. Don't be like that. Don't be like that because you'll eat those words down the road. Be very gracious in everything that's come to you. Could have easily not. Remember that. It's only by the luck of the draw that you find yourself where you are. And you did the rest. Yes, you did. Be proud of that. But don't be smug about it. There's the bottom line. The card is warning against that. Not me. It's the card. Share your enthusiasm and share your good fortune. There's going to be a lot of socializing going on for the next little bit as well. The advice of the card is that you are perfectly placed to have your dreams come true. Keywords are happiness and love, support, harmony at home, and abundance. It's another wonderful word. Contentment and abundance. You couldn't ask for more. In my heart and soul, I'm feeling a strong pull to wish you the best, Sagittarius, that this reading resonates with you in all the good ways. So now, let's pull out our significator. Put that off to the side. Clear spot. Here we go. You get over there. All right. Okay, so let's see what significator Tara's going to pull up for you. Masters of the Universe, Masters of the Natural World Order, Spirit Guides, please give us one significator for this general monthly reading for the sign of Sagittarius for March 2017. The candle smells so beautiful. Fundy breeze. I've got the window open here, crap too, so don't you fall on the floor. and I could smell the bay today coming in through the open window. That salty, seaweedy kind of smell, and I love it. I just love it. The seagulls flying over the seabed floor when the tide was out, and the smell combined with it, you know, when that happens, it's like, it reminds me of where I am, and I like that. So we want to find out where Sagittarius is going to be. One significator, please, for Sagittarius. Please and thank you. Can't do it till it feels right. It's just not feeling right. Get out there. All right. Oof, there it is. Oops, there it is. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. One moment. This card often means an engagement or a marriage. Isn't that sweet? Whenever two forces are drawn together, there's the potential for bonding. The Two of Cups card can stand for the union of any two entities, people, groups, ideas, or talents. There you go. I've got nothing to add to that. I'll read it one more time. This card often means an engagement or a marriage for some of you. Whenever two forces are drawn together, there is the potential for bonding. And that's true, isn't it? Very true. The Two of Cups card can stand for the union of any two entities, be it people, groups, ideas, or talents. And that, dear Sagittarius, was your reading for the month of March. I hope you liked that reading. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated with most of you, especially the good parts. I hope you have this surge in your life and this inner knowing comes to light as well. It's a mature moment. It's a growing up for some of you. It's a good thing. It's wonderful. And it's like you got the luck of the Irish, as they say. You're getting it just in time before there's any serious downfalls in your life. Because once you get down, it's hard getting back up again. But for some reason, you got really, really lucky. So anyway, tune back in at about the end of the first week of March. I'll be doing the weekly readings for all the signs. We're going to follow the month week by week to see how it unfolds. That should be fun. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That way you won't miss the notification. Pop into Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook as well. It'd be appreciated. To my subscribers, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. You guys are the foundation of the Bay of Fundy Fortune. I said earlier in the previous reading, you guys are the seabed floor. You're the mud flats of the Bay of Fundy. You're the seabed floor. You're the foundation that all this sits on is what I'm saying. It's a good thing. It's a compliment. Anyway, thank you for all your likes and your shares as well, for those that like and those that share. All the thumbs up and even the thumbs down, that's all right. Keep my channel free of politics and religion, please. I went on a bit of a rant at the end of the Pisces video for the month of March. In it about 31 minutes. I did not plan it. It just came out. It is what it is. I can't say any more on it. Well, yeah, I can, and I might yet if it continues. But anyways, you might want to take a listen to that. You don't like what you hear. You don't have. Or I'm just like the TV. Just turn me off. That's all there is. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for now. I think. Yes. So from my heart to yours, as always, enjoy March. It's an exciting time. It's spring. Everything's fresh and everything's new. It's an exciting time. We've got 1 foot in winter, 1 foot in spring, and we're moving forward. That's what it's all about. I wish you guys the best. The best of the best of the best for the month of March for all of you Sagittarius. And if any of you guys are looking for me, you can always find me right here or down there. Either way, you catch me waiting on the next high tide. Goodbye and good night.